In this video, we are going to be working with custom agents of build pipeline. So for working with the custom agent, if you remember in our previous video, we went to what is called as the settings of our project. So I'm just going to navigate over there. And if I go to the agent pools, you can see that we have something called as default Azure pipelines, which is nothing but the default agent pools. And from here, I can create a new agent. So basically, I had some agents in my local machine before, which was a different operating system I was using pretty long time before. And this time I'm going to be creating a new agent. So for creating a new agent, you can see that you basically require what is called as a permission. So you need to give a permission, and you also need to create something called as a security token. So I need to do that as well before I actually create an agent. So I'm going to create a new security token, and I'm going to call this as Udemy course agent, and the expiration date is going to be 30 days, which is fine. And I'm going to give a full access. You can see there are some access that you can give for that particular access token. I'm going to give a full access, and then I'm going to hit save. So this way it is going to create a token for me. So I'm just going to copy this, or maybe I'm just going to leave this for now, this particular window. And then I'm just going to go to this particular agent pool, and then I'm going to create a new agent. So for the new agent in my Windows operating system, and it is, since it's an x64, I'm just going to download this particular agent, and you can see that the size of this particular agent is going to be 105. So I'm just going to wait for the agent download to be happening. Alright, the agent has been downloaded. So I'm just going to open this particular file. So this is the agent that has been downloaded. I'm just going to go to the C colon of my drive, and then I'm just going to create what is called as an agent. So this is the agent that is going to be sitting in my local machine. And then I'm just going to paste these files. So this is what is being told here. You're going to create an agent, and then you need to cd into the agent, and then you're going to extract those files in there. And then to configure the agent, we need to call the .config.cmd, and then we need to run for agent interactively. We need to run this particular run.cmd. That's it. So this is the configuration part of the whole stuff. So I'm just going to be doing the complete thing in this particular case. So I guess the copying of the file is completed, and now I'm going to go over here, and then I'm just going to open a PowerShell with the administrator mode over here, and then I'm just going to run the config.cmd. So then it asks me to connect for the URL of the server. So basically the URL of the server, which is nothing but our application over here, which is nothing but our project. So dev.azure.com/execute-auto. So this is the server. And then it asks me to enter the PAT, or personal access token. So this is the one that I was looking for. So I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to go over here. I'm going to paste it. I'm going to hit enter. I'm going to enter this, and then I'm going to paste this PAT, or personal access token. I'm going to hit enter. And now that is going to connect to the server, and it's going to register the agent for the connectivity. So I guess the authentication is correct, and then it is going to ask me the register agent. So enter the agent pool. So if it is default, we can just leave it as it is. So as you can see, the agent pool that I have, if I go over here, is going to be default. So for our case, I'm just going to add a pool here, and I'm going to call this as Udemy pool. It's going to save it, and I'm going to give the full permission. So this is my Udemy pool, and I'm just going to give this as Udemy pool, and it's asked me to enter the agent name. So the agent name is going to be Udemy agent as well. So this is the name, and now it is scanning for the tool capability. It's connecting to the server, and the agent has been successfully added. And now it's asking me to enter the work folder. So basically, this is where all my builds are going to be sitting within my local machine. So if I want to give that, I can probably go over here. I'm going to create a new folder. In my C colon. I'm going to call this as build, and this is the folder that I'll be using for my build. I'm gonna hit enter, and it asks me whether you want to run this as a service. I'm just gonna say no, because I want to run this as interactively as well. Just hit in, and do you configure this auto login and run this on the startup? I'm just gonna say yes, and enter the user account for the auto login. So I'm just gonna enter my username and password, and then it asks me to enter the machine. So I'm just gonna hit in right now. So the restarting the machine in order to launch the agent to interactive mode. So it will be restarting my machine, and then we'll be back. And now I'm back into my machine, and now I can see that I have my Udemy pool. And if I go into the Udemy pool, I don't really have any jobs for this particular agent, but if I go to the agents, you can see that I now have my Udemy agents up and running. So this particular agent, you can see that it has few capabilities as well. You can see that it is currently sitting in my home directory of c:agents, if you remember. And then all its build is going to be sitting into the in the builds folder, right? So basically everything is being configured here. It's showing all those details for me, which is pretty awesome, right? All those stuffs are currently working here. I don't really have any problem right now. So we can use this particular agent to perform a build and see how things work. So for that, I'm gonna go to the pipelines of the build, which is nothing but this one. And then I'm just going to change this particular VM image of Windows latest to the pool that we have created. So the pool that we have created is nothing but the Udemy pool. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to give the pool name here as Udemy pool. And then I'm just going to hit save. So I'm just going to say added local agent pool. And then I'm just gonna hit save. Right, close this, or maybe I need to just copy this because something has been changed in the middle. So I'm just gonna leave this guy, and I'm just gonna do an edit, and you can see that this is the Udemy pool. And now if I hit the run, you can see that it's creating a build queue, and it's saying that it's gonna wait for the agent for getting the job ready. And you can see that it has fetched the pool, and now the pool is actually Udemy pool, which is my local pool. And this is where the initializing of the job is being happening. And then it is downloading the build, it is copying the build, and then it's also doing a post job. So you can see that everything is pretty faster this time than before. You can see that all those things are pretty faster, and you can see that there is this drop file as well, and this is like manual queue as well. And now if I just go back to my machine, to my builds, you can see within my builds folder I have this particular app directory where I have my build, and you can see that everything is currently coming over here, and it shows all my files, which is pretty awesome. So everything is working fine, guys. This is how we can configure a local build agent, and then we can run the build without any problem instead of just the self-hosted builds that we were discussing before. So that's it, guys. This is how we can work with the local build. In our next video, we'll see how we can work with triggers.